So David Smith completely obliterates Adam Sosnick, I think is his name, on Piers Morgan Uncensored. I mean, he completely demolished him. And of course, David Smith has been recorded saying that the United States of America is the biggest terrorist organization in the world. And I think he's completely wrong. I mean, we can all agree with that, I believe. Any sane-minded people would agree with that. However, Adam wasn't too great at particularly pointing things out. So let's not waste any time and let's get right down to it.
I would say this to his face or on camera. Dave Smith is a radical libertarian. Don't take my word for it. You've said this multiple times. Have you not, Dave Smith?
Said what? That I'm a radical libertarian? Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yes. Okay, perfect. So when you're something, you're radical, what's another word for?
What I believe in it. Well, what I believe in is true Americanism.
Radical? Extremist. Okay, this is why these are all relative terms. This is why you call. Sure, this is why you call the U.S. military the greatest terrorist organization on earth, right? Because you're a true American. Because you're a true patriot. Is that why, Dave? Because something tells me you have what is known as clickbait of the mouth, and you're using these instances, these wars, to garner attention for you. You have the American flag behind you, yet you have the hypocrisy of saying the United States military, United States is the greatest terror organization the world has ever seen. I mean, I don't understand what's going on here. This is why you're radical.
I didn't say the
word.
Well,
I tell you what, hang on, just to be fair to Dave, let's replay what he actually said on this show, which caused all the furore, led by Ben Shapiro. We'll play what he said, and I'll play what Shapiro said about it, and then we'll come back to Dave for a response.
The IDF is the worst terrorist organization in the region. Let's get real. The United States of America is arguably the worst terrorist organization in the world. If you want to look over the last 25 years, how many innocent civilians we've slaughtered.
It doesn't matter, it turns out, how many times you appear on Joe Rogan's show or how many times you hide behind your title of comedian who holds the Guinness Book of World Records for fewest jokes told, or how many times you spew puerile analogies that demonstrate nothing but unbelievable, willful ignorance of the nature of war. I'm sorry, but you hate the country if you say America is the worst terrorist organization in the world. You just do. Now, I know that Dave Smith is super duper excited that his name was mentioned here. And he's sitting there shouting at his TV screen in his basement, "Debate me, bro!" To which I answer, nah. I don't debate with trolls who claim that America is the biggest terrorist state in the world because that is idiotic.
So, Dave, as you know, that all blew up. A lot of debate raged about it. Clarify what you meant. Do you regret phrasing it the way you did? Just give us a bit more meat on the bone.
No, I don't regret phrasing it the way I did, and I'll be very clear about what I'm saying. I will point out that it's quite something for Ben Shapiro. Just since you played him, I got to respond to him first. That he goes, "Oh, I just won't debate with this guy because this is so beyond the pale." Ben Shapiro made his name debating 19-year-old communist Maoists who were confused about their gender. So somehow, Piers, we're going to have to believe here that I'm so much less serious than the children who Ben Shapiro made a career debating. I loved your response to him where you pointed out some of the goofy segments that he does on his show. I mean, personally, I really stay away from that stuff. And, for Adam, I think to say it's clickbait or that I just want to get out in front of the camera, I think we're all equally in front of a camera right now. And it's kind of weird to accuse someone else. I very much believe the things I'm saying.
Dave.
Now,
Here's the thing, right? Let me pause that for a second. Adam is not going to do a good job of debating this clearly, and he's going to be embarrassed, quite frankly, by Dave Smith. I think Dave Smith is wrong. I mean, any red-blooded American would wholeheartedly disagree that we are a terrorist group. And I take a little bit of offense to that because I served in the United States Army, and it's not a good thing. We're not. We have rules of engagement. Actual terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, intentionally murder civilians. They do it based on their religion, who has is a theocracy. It's political plus religious. We don't do that. We have never done that. We don't ever target civilians. The United States of America. Now, you might have a difference of opinion when it comes to Israel in itself. I think that they like to play with the dangerous line. And you can also agree that they might have pushed us towards this war, but That's not what we are not displacing people from their homeland. We don't do that. We attack. The reason why we went to Iraq, and it was the wrong way. Listen, it was the wrong decision to do that. 100%, and also Afghanistan. It's the wrong thing to do. However, we retaliated for a horrific terrorist attack to the United States of America. So let's define what terrorism is. Terrorism is the deliberate targeting of civilians to create fear for political goals. Those are actual terrorist groups. That's terrorism, right? But anyways, let's keep listening to this.
Adam's point.
Dave, don't run from the comment. Don't run from your comment.
I'm trying to
address
get to
the
it,
comment, not Ben Shapiro, would you? Good.
Yes,
let's go. Wrap it up.
No, I'm going to make the points I want to make.
You called the United States military.
You're just slowing. Okay, so
you called the United States military the greatest terror organization in the world.
Adam,
defend.
Just let me answer. No problem. I'm going to go back to the order I was going to go in. To Adam's point, when Adam says I'm a radical libertarian and I say that this is true Americanism, I mean, look, my favorite founding father is Thomas Paine. Not everyone considers him a founding father. And maybe I love him so much because he never held a government position and didn't own slaves, which I thought was pretty cool. But Benjamin Franklin said he was the most consequentialist and the one person most responsible for the United States of America existing. His famous pamphlet that he wrote was called Common Sense. And I think on the first or second line of it, he says, government is at best a necessary evil. So at best, he's like, this is clearly on the anarchist to night watchman state spectrum was what true Americanism was when it started. Now, for me to say what I made the point, and I've made this point a million times on your show, Piers, I was saying when people come on and say Iran is the biggest state sponsor of terrorism, well, just like give me an objective definition of what terrorism means, and then let's apply that standard universally. And if you're going to sit here and say, look, America has given billions, tens of billions of dollars to the IDF in the last few years. We've also, by the way, given a lot of weapons and money. Your first guest on this show there, the head of the Obama deep state, was using Al-Qaeda, bin Ladenite head choppers on the ground in Libya and in Syria. And yes, Adam, I would also consider it when our politicians lie us into wars that slaughter millions of innocent people and in many cases target those innocent people. I consider that terrorism as well. There's the answer, Adam. And if you want to keep doing this, buddy, you could tell me to check the scoreboard. I'll run circles around you on this, dude. Check the scoreboard. Most unpopular war in American history going in. Check the scoreboard. 13 dead Americans and 150 plus other wounded. Thousands of innocents, including little schoolgirls in Iran, killed. Dead innocent Israelis. Hundreds of dead innocent people in Lebanon. Millions of innocent people being displaced, all at the cost of tens of billions of dollars and destroying Trump's coalition. Check your scoreboard, Adam. How's it looking for you?
Here's the thing. He brought up the schoolgirl that got shot up, and I've criticized that openly. I think that was a horrible, I'm going to say mistake. We don't know the facts yet. The United States of America never target civilians on purpose, and that's just the bottom line. I've been in the military. I've been trained in the military, and I know nobody can refute that. Of course, we have killed civilians, and that's traumatizing in itself for service members due to accomplishing the mission because of strapped kids, strapped women with bombs, etc. Those are extreme situations. Now, when you talk about funding David Smith, we talk about funding that we fund billions and billions for a war, billions to Israel. You're right. We give them money. That could be debated. That can be, criticized, of course. But we don't give them money to go and kill people just for the sake of it, just because for the sake of Christianity, for example, like they do in the name of Islam, right? You're talking about funding. Iran has funded and armed and gave the orders to Hezbollah, to Hamas, to the Houthis, to the Iraqi militias. It's been incredible. They have literally directed money and resources for them to kill American people. That simple, that easy. And it didn't even start with 9/11. 9/11 just blew everything out of proportion, but it started way before that. They've always hated us, right? So Adam is not going to be able to explain all this for some odd reason. I don't know what's the matter with him, but you can even see what his response is now.
Okay, Dave. So, it's not working well for you, Dave, because
substantively
you're
respond
still
to any
saying
of that,
that
Adam.
United States. You're saying the United States is a terrorist organization. You've already lost the debate. You live in America, tough guy. You have the luxury of sitting in your little studio with your hooded sweater like you're 17 years old. The regime. Do you mean all American presidents?
I'm 17
Who's your favorite president in the last 50 years?
Adam, I'm 17 years old.
Who's your favorite president in the last 50 years?
I have a wife and children. Who depends on you, Adam? Your mom?
Okay, I also have
if you want to make it personal,
other, so you want to go personal?
You have a significant other.
We can go as personal as we can go.
No, I'm trying not to.
We can go as personal as you want.
Respond to one thing.
I don't care, Dave.
Adam, some substance.
I don't care.
I know because you don't know anything.
Dave, you're a radical.
So move on. So stop picking a fight with me, dude. You don't know anything about anything. You're Pat's guy.
I know.
I
Dave,
like
here's
you,
what
dude. I like you.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
I respect Pat.
Dave, okay. Zay, zip it. Here we go. I'll talk now for a second. I'm defending the military right now. You're basically saying that all our boys that go to the military are all terrorists. That's what you're saying.
No.
You're equating that the United States of America, the IDF, are the equivalent of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. By the way, I also used to respect you until you went on a little podcast called Coleman Hughes. What happened on that podcast, Dave? This is the problem. I'll tell you a quick story.
Why don't you do it right now, Adam? Why don't you do it?
I'll do it.
Listen, this is irrelevant at this point. This is pointless because Adam is going to go and say something about a podcast and he didn't even know what hit him or what was going on in that podcast. And the relevance to the debate here is just pointless. And Dave Smith wins simply because he didn't have a somebody to go against. It's that easy, right? I mean, listen. I'm not going to buy it. The United States of America are not a terrorist group. The fact that I have to say that is kind of stupid anyway. Listen, we all know that we are a free country and we make mistakes just like everybody else. And we need to be held account. And those officers in the military, whoever directed those hits, whoever did intelligence for the little girls' school, need to be held to account and face the music. It's that easy. It's that simple. It's that easy. We have rules of engagement in the military. It's part of a free country. It's part of a good country that's always on the good side. We got rules of engagement. And if we fail to meet those requirements, then we need to be prosecuted and thrown to Leavenworth. Fort Leavenworth, baby. Every military member knows that. So it's that easy. I mean, listen, we to point out, I don't know why Adam didn't do it, but he's just lost. But there's many facts that we can put out when it comes to, how to say that Iran has been the largest state of terrorism state in the world. They have provoked so much stuff, so much bad thing, and not just to America, by the way, to England, to Great Britain, to all over the place, to their own people, to the point that I don't know if they just killed 30,000 people or 40,000, I heard yesterday, because they were trying to turn over the regime. That seems like a very high number. I don't know if it's true. But what it is true is that they do kill people. They just hung a wrestler that wants the regime gone. There's no freedom there. So listen, let's not even. It's child play right now. I mean, Al-Qaeda alone, with support from the Taliban, murdered 2,977 innocent Americans on 9/11 in one day. In one day, ladies and gents. I mean, ISIS beheaded journalists, burned people alive, enslaved Yazidi women. It murdered tens of thousands of civilians. I mean, come on. We saw what happened in October 7th, where they literally killed, I think, 1,200 Israeli people, including 46 Americans. They kidnapped women. They kill little babies. I mean, listen, it's just... It's not even fun. It's not even fun. This shouldn't even be a debate. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Very important to know your opinion. I am neutral. I'm a conservative, but I try to be as neutral as I can. This wasn't a non-debate, to be honest with you, but Adam Sosnick was just not good enough. It's just that simple. Let me know what you think.